The intrusive behavior of the feral monkey packs has become a significant concern, especially when they attack humans, tourists, and livestock farms. Despite their high social nature, feral monkeys have posed a significant crisis in Florida. According to the Florida Department of Health, as of 2022, there have been 27 attacks by feral monkeys, including biting, scratching, and even throwing objects, making both humans and even dogs victims. They even disrupt the streets with brawls and food disputes. The behavior of marauding macaques has become a concerning issue, especially when they attack humans, tourists, and livestock farms. They even cause disturbances on the streets through scuffles, disputing over food, macaques stealing handbags, food, and drinks from tourists instill fear in the community. Their presence near urban areas and tourist spots raises safety concerns for residents and visitors alike. Their sudden appearance can induce feelings of fear and unease, particularly for those living near areas where they frequently roam. Not only that, they also freely swim in people's swimming pools when they are away from home. Baboons' creativity does not stop at stealing food, but also damaging cars in search of food. The United States government is working to control the baboon population through resettlement measures and public education. However, solving this problem requires creativity and efficiency in implementing complex solutions. Since 2019, baboon hunting in Florida, USA, has become an important measure in controlling invasive baboon populations. The Florida state government has established a series of regulations and licensing requirements to ensure that this hunting activity occurs safely and effectively. Participants must meet requirements, such as being 18 years old, possessing a Florida hunting license, and certifying ownership of hunting equipment. To hunt monkeys successfully, they used fruits to create traps for them. Baboons are very intelligent animals and live in groups. So to hunt them, Hunters need to hide near the area and stay quiet until they appear. Staying calm and observing carefully before shooting is also important. Baboon hunting skills require flexibility and experience. To participate in this activity, you need to practice and improve your skills. Although there were about 1,000 baboons hunted in Florida in 2022, this number is still not enough to control the population. However, this is an important step in reducing the pressure from this population on the local environment. According to CBC estimates, hunting has helped reduce Florida's invasive baboon population by about 10%, which is a significant achievement. Would you like to go baboon hunting like this? If yes, leave number 1. Otherwise, leave number 0 and share your opinion in the comments section below. Feral pigs, an animal that causes a lot of damage in the United States, have existed in agriculture and their habitat since the 16th century when they were introduced to this country by Europeans. Since then, the number of feral pigs has not stopped, increased, and became a serious problem for farmers and local communities. Leave number 1 and join us now. To control this situation, many methods and measurements have been applied from traditional methods to modern technology. Hunting and trapping are the two most common methods of wildlife control. Although effective in some cases, both methods have their own advantages. Disadvantages: hunting wild boars can reduce wild boar numbers, but is not always effective in the long run. In addition, hunting wild boars can cause pain and injury to wild boars, and if not careful can cause unwanted consequences.
Here we go.
The trap method, although a different approach, is not completely effective and carries its own limitations. Using traps requires careful preparation and precise positioning is almost essential. However, This can limit the wild boar's freedom of movement and lead to stress and fatigue. In addition, wild boars also threaten road traffic safety. Every year, there are dozens of traffic accidents caused by wild boars entering the streets, which is especially dangerous for traffic participants and especially people. Drivers like them may not be able to react promptly to the sudden appearance of wild bugs on the road because of these restrictions. Researchers and governments have been working to research and develop more effective methods of controlling wildlife hunting. One of these methods is to use modern technology to track wild boars. By using GPS systems and wild boar tracking tools, wild boars can be attacked and captured more effectively. The significant increase in wild boar populations not only causes great losses to agricultural culture, but also negatively impacts community infrastructure and assets. Statistical estimates of habitat indicate that billions of dollars are lost each year due to damage from waste areas and feral swine. In addition, crops and animal feed sources are often destroyed, threatening the nation's vital food supply. The consequences of this are widespread and varied, causing potential problems for many different sectors. The cause of wild boars is the ability to transmit diseases to livestock and humans. They can be winners of infectious diseases such as tetanus, tapeworm, and stunting, which creates great risks for the livestock industry and farmers, especially in maintaining herd health and productivity. In all feral boar control methods, coordination and interdisciplinary research are important researchers. Governments and those working in the sector need to work together to find innovative and sustainable solutions to minimize the impact of wild boars on agriculture, the environment, and roads. Only through cooperation and collective effort can we effectively confront the serious feral swine problem in the United States and protect the basis of our livelihoods. One of the most important means to prevent the introduction of this pig species is to strengthen border control, especially the border with Mexico. Improving the effectiveness of control and surveillance measures at border crossings could help prevent feral swine from entering U.S. territory. Additionally, we need to implement educational programs to raise public awareness about the threat of wild boars. These programs can help people better understand the impact of feral pig pens on agriculture, the environment, and traffic safety. These educational activities can also provide guidance on how to recognize and report cases of hairless pigs to find more effective methods of feral hog eradication. We need financial support for research projects in biotechnology and environmental management to develop new solutions. These studies may focus on optimizing existing control methods or developing new technologies and techniques to minimize the impact of wild boar, combined with border control and increased education, public education. The fight against wild boars has made significant progress through research and concerted efforts. We need to continue to build understanding and cooperation to protect agriculture and the environment, while ensuring traffic safety from the negative impacts of these animals. Researchers, farmers and governments need to work closely to find methods to control and minimize the animal's impact on agriculture, the environment, and road safety. Only through collaboration and innovative research can we solve America's serious feral swine problem. Please share any measures you know to prevent wild boar attacks by commenting below. If you agree with the above methods of controlling wild boars, leave number 1. Otherwise, if you disagree, leave the number 0. In Florida are creating serious problems and threatening the stability of farms and communities called omnivores. They are not picky about their food and are capable of consuming everything from wheat, vegetables, corn to fruit, and even garbage. According to estimates by the Florida Department of Agriculture, while the vulnerability is generating damage estimates about $200 million USD for the state's agricultural industry each year. This negative impact comes not only from crop distribution, but also from soil digging and disease spread in agricultural environments. Wild boreholes don't just damage agriculture. Their digging behavior also destroys the ecosystem, degrading soil quality and polluting water sources. According to statistics, about 10,000 facilities in Florida are damaged by the destruction of wild pigs every year. Every year, feral pig activity is not only limited to rural areas, but also spreads to parks and recreational areas, creating a security risk for both humans and wildlife. In the Everglades, for example, feral pigs cause significant damage to the area's landscape and trails, and increase the risk of collisions with humans and other animals. This situation is causing Florida residents to worry about the potential consequences of the presence of feral pigs. This continuing situation not only poses challenges for the agricultural sector and the environment, but also poses potential risks to the security and safety of the community, requiring close cooperation between the government and the community to find effective, scientific solutions to control and minimize the impact of natural disasters. Feral warfighting is one of the most commonly used feral pig population management methods. Helicopter hunting is a method practiced by professional hunters licensed by the Florida Department of Natural Resources Conservation. Or FWC hunting takes place when helicopters fly low over areas where wild boars often appear in search of food. FWC certified hunters fly in helicopters and use scopes to identify and shoot wild boars. This equipment and method offers many advantages, such as the ability to reach hard-to-reach areas, being able to shoot multiple animals at once and being effective in controlling wild pig populations. However, it is expensive, high, and potentially risky. For hunters and wildlife, the disadvantages of considering this method are often practiced in agricultural areas such as corn, wheat and vegetable fields where high densities of wild pigs create favorable conditions for hunting. Defeat them. Helicopter hunters will use lead bullets to hunt wild pigs. Bullets with good armor penetration ability help defeat wild boars quickly and effectively. Each hunt can bring 20 to 30 wild BS depending on the density of wild BS in the area. This poses the most challenges, stable and require care to ensure safety. Effective safety always comes first, and hunters need to follow the rules, including wearing seatbelts, not standing out while a helicopter is in flight, and following the pilot's instructions. Hunting wild boar by helicopter is not only an effective population control method, but also an interesting challenge with professionalism and special attention to safety. This method contributes positively to efforts to protect agriculture and habitat from the negative impacts of wild boar. Since wild BS was introduced to the United States in the 16th century and quickly became a serious problem in this area, its vigorous reproduction has caused great damage to the natural environment, nature, making their control a top priority for the agricultural community and environmental researchers. During the period from the 18th to the 20th century, wild boars attacked forest environments by eating young trees and burrowing in the soil. Texas farmers have had to use pitfall traps to deal with feral hog populations. This was considered one of the most effective traps of that time. The process requires diligence and technique, involving digging a hole about 2 feet deep and placing bait around the hole. Then placing a delicate trap at the hole's entrance. Scented water bait is often used to attract wild boars, and when they pass through the entrance, the trap activates and quickly captures them. While pitfall traps are an effective solution, they can also pose a risk of injury to wild boars. However, as a result of the use of pitfall traps, feral hog and feral pig populations have decreased significantly in Texas. Although this problem has not yet been completely resolved, these measures have helped minimize the impact of wild boars on the environment, has played an important role in controlling wild boar overpopulation. Hi everybody! Please join me in exploring the world of agriculture in America, where farmers face difficult challenges when confronting millions of ferocious wild boars that invade crops during the harvest season. In this video, we will witness an exciting adventure and discover how talented farmers face this special challenge. The most effective wild boar hunting season is usually done by helicopter. Follow catfarmer and discover the unique and effective strategies American farmers use to solve this problem. Don't forget to leave number 1 if you are ready. Wild boar, with a significant population growth rate of about 20 to 25% per year, poses major challenges. Its rapid reproduction and ability to adapt to a variety of environments make management difficult. Biologists and wildlife managers estimate that 60 to 70% of wild boar populations need to be removed each year to maintain current numbers. wild boar populations, although large and intelligent animals, with adults weighing up to 661.38 pounds, are also capable of traveling alone or in groups to forage. Although wild pigs move quite slowly because of many obstacles, this does not reduce their danger. Hunting wild boar by helicopter in the U.S. is an interesting experience and attracts the attention of many people. However, the cost of renting a helicopter to hunt wild boar can range from $2,000 to $5,000 USD per vehicle. Despite its high cost, it offers an effective opportunity to control wild boar populations. The average hour of helicopter hunting for wild boar can travel at speeds of 100 to 150 miles per hour. And Texas is one of the popular states for this hunting activity. With its flat terrain, open forests, and swamps, Texas provides favorable conditions for hunting wild boar. The helicopter wild boar hunting adventure is an exciting and challenging experience. Hunters will search for wild boars from above, then use hunting tools to take them down and comply with relevant U.S. laws. Wild boar hunting often varies from state to state during hunting season. Some states only allow hunting of feral hogs during certain times of the year, while others allow hunting year-round with an estimated feral hog population license. The number of wild boars hunted each year ranges from several 100,000 to several million. When a wild boar is detected, the hunter will immediately notify the pilot, and together they will fly to the animal's location. Hunters aim to use hunting tools to take down their targets, especially wild boars. The method is usually performed by taking down from the back of the head or neck, ensuring that the takedown is quick and effective. The average visual range of hunting helicopters is 750 feet, meaning they are capable of hitting targets at this distance. However, there are hunting devices that can operate at a range of 1,000 feet, expanding the possibilities of hunting in a variety of locations. Different approaches require precision and skill of the hunter and pilot when landing the helicopter. Safe altitude depends on the terrain and the type of helicopter rotor, which is important in repelling pig populations and bringing them into an easy-to-kill area. Helicopter blades also help hunters easily spot them in the bush. However, taking down feral pigs is often most effective when they are moving or foraging, and open areas provide easier access for hunters. The number of wild boars that can be destroyed per hunt can be from 1 to 3. But using helicopters to hunt wild boars also has disadvantages. This method allows hunters to access remote areas and take down many animals in a short time. However, the high cost and risk of endangering people and other animals in the area are disadvantages of this method. This is especially true when helicopter hunting takes place near residential areas or natural areas. Therefore, caution and careful consideration should be used before using this method to ensure safety and protect the surrounding environment. Many people believe that using helicopters to kill wild boars can disrupt the ecological balance, help control small animals, and create conditions for plants to grow. However, using helicopters for hunting can cause environmental pollution due to noise and smoke emissions. Noise pollution can affect water and air quality. Emissions from helicopters can also pollute the environment, and waste from hunting activities can pollute the landscape. Using helicopters to hunt wild boars is generally considered inhumane, as it can lead to the extermination of young or pregnant wild boars. This method is becoming increasingly popular in the U.S. because of its effectiveness and speed. However, it also faces many challenges, and the intelligence of wild boars can affect the effectiveness of the hunting process. Please leave number 2 if you think this method could be improved to reasonably reduce wild boar numbers. Wild boars are omnivores with a varied diet, including grass, leaves, fruits, seeds, and even small animals. Their high digging ability has posed negative consequences for the ecological environment. Newborn piglets have light brown fur with black spots on the neck and shoulders, and weigh about 20 to 25 kilograms. They can stand and walk soon after birth and find their own food in about 2 weeks. Although they initially live in their mother's herd, after reaching the age of 2, they will separate to find companions and start their own families. Wild boars cause great damage to the environment by digging up vegetation, upsetting grass and soil, leading to destruction of tree root systems and thinning of forests, causing loss of biodiversity. The global wild boar population, estimated at 100 million, is growing, with 80% in Asia, 15% in Europe, and 5% in the Americas. Wild boars also negatively affect forests by digging for food and water, causing ecosystem destruction and hardship for other animals. Although many measures have been taken to control their population, their numbers continue to increase rapidly due to their ability to reproduce rapidly. The Mind Jaeger Pro Hard Plate Wild Boar Trap is not only an effective tool for controlling the wild boar population, but is also a breakthrough with advanced technology. Using solar energy to provide convenience and high performance, unique design and easy assembly are the strengths of the trap. Food, such as fruit or vegetables, is placed inside the trap to attract wild boars. The trap uses solar energy through a panel located at the top to provide power for the trap's motor and signal lights. When wild boars approach, the motion sensor activates the trap door, trapping them quickly and effectively, proving the accuracy and quick response of the trap. In many situations, traps are placed in areas with high densities of wild boar, such as forests, fields, and savannas. This strategy maximizes the ability to capture and control the wild boar population in the most effective way. The Mind Jaeger Pro Hard Plate Trap is not only popular in the United States, but is also widely used in many countries around the world, including Canada, Europe, and Asia. This widespread use is testament to its diversity and versatility in global applications. Each night, These traps can catch between 10 and 30 wild boars, providing an effective and sustainable solution for population control. This not only brings immediate benefits, but also helps maintain ecological balance. Users can harvest 2 to 4 traps per day, allowing them to control between 730 and 1460 wild boars per year, a testament to the trap's versatility and wide application. The Mind Jaeger Pro Hardplate Wild Boar Trap is not only a tool for wild boar control, but also a symbol of modernity and convenience in population management, bringing efficiency to farmers and hunting enthusiasts. The Board Buster system uses a unique design with a circular outer ring and inner shell to effectively trap feral hogs. Assembly details are described as follows. The first step is to build the inner ring by alternating nails and loose boards. The trap's compartments are tightly seated into slots on the inner ring disc. Next, the axle wheels are attached, of which one is removable for disassembly, and the outer ring is constructed by aligning the panels with the axle wheels and fixing the connection. Finally, the trigger components, including the lever bar, winch foot, and electronic lock are installed. According to a study by Texas A&M University, the Board Buster system is 80% more effective than some other traps. It is capable of capturing wild boars of all sizes, from piglets to adult pigs. There are many different types of traps designed to deal with this invasive pig species. After 3½ months of pregnancy, a wild boar on this farmer's farm gave birth to 8 piglets. About a week later, they began walking and foraging around the area, displaying their natural behavior of digging for food and eating insects. The pigs head towards the lake shore to drink water and find more food, causing serious pollution in the surrounding area. They use their nose to find larvae and worms beneath the mud. This behavior has become a concern for Canadians, prompting action to stop their destructive activities. Canadian farmers have taken preventative measures by installing cameras in areas showing signs of feral boar damage. These cameras are used to monitor areas where wild pigs have infested, attracting a variety of wildlife and invasive animals. The observation lasted throughout the day to better understand the situation. In the evening, when wild boars become active again, they venture into small lagoons in search of food, especially worms, as part of their natural hunting activities. After determining the number of wild boar herds and understanding their activity patterns, farmers prepare traps to catch them. This process requires skill and experience because of the wild boar's sensitivity and alertness to potential threats, although predation can reduce the growth of the wild boar population. The challenge that arises as they often escape from the trap becomes a significant challenge. The trapped pigs, weighing about 250 to 300 pounds, are drawn into the trap with the grain they like to eat. However, they may become scared and try to break the trap door to escape. Encountering wild boars requires caution, as they can attack if approached, despite attempts to catch their prey. More often than not, they escape and seek shelter in jungles and mountains, where they feel safe and are difficult to catch by direct pursuit. Starting on a modern pig farm in the United States, we see the combination of innovation and automation in caring for pigs. The feeding system is designed to be flexible and precise, using conveyors to deliver feed based on each pig's specific needs. Intelligent calculation techniques ensure adequate food supply in sufficient quantity and quality for each stage of pig development. The drinking system is also very advanced, with water sprays designed individually for each pig. The ability to adjust the height of the spray helps create a comfortable and convenient drinking environment, keeping each pig hydrated and healthy. The barn area is not only a place for pigs to rest, but also a comfortable and safe living environment. The spacious and airy design helps each pig have private space. Soundproofing systems help maintain stable temperatures, optimizing animal comfort. The automatic cleaning system is a particularly important feature, helping to keep the environment not only clean but also reduce the risk of infection. Advanced lighting and temperature control systems ensure that every living condition is optimized to promote healthy pig growth. Automation helps adjust temperature and lighting depending on the stage of development, creating the ideal environment for the rapid and healthy growth of pigs. This modern pig farm in the United States is not only a large source of pigs, but also a symbol of innovation and efficiency in animal agriculture. This model has spread to many countries in Europe, America, and Asia, proving that investing in technology and automation not only brings benefits in terms of productivity and efficiency, but also ensures food safety, products, and environmental protection. However, to achieve these results, farmers must face challenges such as high initial investment costs, high technical requirements, and large capital needs to operate. These challenges are nevertheless opportunities for investment and commitment to innovation and sustainability in the swine industry. After piglets are born, caring for and protecting their health is an important process to ensure healthy development and minimize the risk of diseases. Piglets need vaccination and special care after being separated from their mothers. Vaccination against swine flu is administered at 7 days and 21 days, followed by swine flu vaccine at 21 days and 42 days, and finally swine typhoid vaccine at 42 days and 63 days. Piglets also need to be dewormed at 7 days and 21 days. After being separated, piglets from 28 to 35 days old need to be moved to a separate area with guaranteed conditions such as spacious, airy, clean, and dry space. This area should have complete equipment such as feeding tubes, drinking tubes, lighting and heating systems if needed. Caring for piglets after separation requires attention and creativity on the part of the farmer. Ensuring adequate and balanced food supply and ensuring clean drinking water. Maintaining cage hygiene is important to prevent the spread of diseases. In the state of Texas, the corn-growing area is facing a major challenge from the number of feral hogs. Data from the United States Department of Agriculture (USDA) shows that in 2022, Texas corn area was severely affected. With approximately 1.5 million acres of corn targeted by feral swine, that represents 14% of the state's total corn acreage. Wild boars have destroyed many cornfields, eating newly planted corn areas and leaving horrifying traces, including footprints and hair in the fields. These losses are having a major impact on Texas agricultural markets, especially in the central region, where feral hog densities are highest. Texas farmers are facing a major challenge in maintaining production and protecting their fields from the negative impacts of feral hogs. The Association of Feral Swine Damage to the Texas agricultural industry has reached an impressive figure of $800 million in 2022. Texas authorities are making efforts to control and reduce the feral swine population. However, this is a major challenge that requires close collaboration and innovative solutions from both local communities and governments. Texas cornfield hunting became an important way to solve the problem, and different hunting methods were used. Each method is particularly effective in controlling and minimizing damage caused by wild boars to cornfields. Daytime hunting is the most common and preferred method, with access to cornfields and the use of various types of hunting equipment to shoot wild boar. Specifically, a hunting incident that recorded a giant 680-pound wild boar in one day in central Texas is an example of the effectiveness of control and hunting measures to protect the agricultural industry. In 2022, the value of this wild boar species reached about $3,500 in cornfields, newly harvested or preparing for the growing season. Airplanes can be used to hunt wild boar, especially when the field is not covered with vegetation, making observation and hunting more effective. Helicopters are a common type of vehicle used to hunt wild boar. Twin-engine helicopters can carry more hunters and hunting equipment than single-engine helicopters. However, single-engine helicopters may be preferred for use in narrow or difficult-to-reach areas. To enhance hunting efficiency and reduce noise and impact on residential areas, helicopters often fly low to approach wild boars. Highly skilled helicopter control can help hunters capture a wild boar in the hunting area, making this hunting method more effective and easier to sweep than other methods. In addition, hunting wild boar by helicopter is not only safer than hunting by foot, but also helps hunters avoid direct contact with this animal. Hunting wild boar by helicopter provides greater safety and convenience, helps reduce the risk of accidents, and facilitates the hunting process. However, this method also has some disadvantages. Owning and operating a helicopter can be expensive and requires professional skills. In addition, hunting by helicopter can cause noise and environmental pollution, which should be considered in protecting the natural environment. Do you believe in other more effective solutions? If so, please share your opinion below. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to support the channel, and share with your friends so they can enjoy it too. The massive European rabbit boom in Australia is another example of the impact of wild boar-like animals that reproduce rapidly and adapt to a wide range of habitats. It has caused many environmental and economic problems, degraded land, affected agricultural productivity, and caused ecological imbalance. Statistics on the economic cost of European rabbit invasions in Australia are impressive, reaching $1.5 billion per year. Of this total, about $1 billion USD goes to environmental damage and $500 million USD affects agriculture. Rabbit plague has spread across the Australian continent, including areas as diverse as deserts and mountains to the most difficult areas with humid climates. The rabbit hunt was organized in 1923 by the Australian government to control the exploding wild rabbit population. More than 100,000 people participated in this hunt, catching millions of rabbits. This hunt has made an important contribution to controlling wild rabbit populations in Australia. Daytime rabbit hunting in Australia is often carried out in areas with thriving vegetation, such as grassland or bush. Australia has many areas that are ideal for this hunting activity, including the grasslands of the south and southeast with tropical climates, as well as the central savanna region with an arid climate. This is helping to control rabbit populations and protect the Australian environment from the negative impacts of invasion. Daytime rabbit hunting in Australia requires careful preparation and strict adherence to rules to ensure safety and effectiveness. This usually begins at first light, when wild rabbits often emerge and seek shelter under bushes or bushes. The hunter needs to approach the target carefully to ensure an accurate and immediate kill, avoiding causing unnecessary pain to the animal. Once felled, wild rabbits are harvested for use as food or animal feed. The hunting process requires participants to comply with Australian hunting laws. Choose the correct type of hunting equipment and carry out inspection before use. Safety is a primary concern, and using hunting equipment in safe locations is important. Respecting the environment also plays an important role, helping to maintain natural balance during hunting. In compliance with Australian hunting laws, choosing the correct type of hunting equipment and adhering to safety rules is important to ensure that hunting is carried out safely and respectfully of the environment. Controlling the number of rabbits hunted each day depends on many factors, such as the skill of the individual hunter, weather conditions, and hunting area. To ensure safety and increase the effectiveness of controlling rabbit populations at night, hunters often take advantage of the strong activity of rabbits when they come out of their nests to eat and hunt at this time. Using headlights helps hunters see rabbit fur more clearly in dark conditions, increasing the likelihood of catching more rabbits than hunting during the day. Most important is the practice of hunting responsibly, preserving the environment and ensuring the safety of both hunters and other animals in the area. This also helps maintain ecological balance and effectively control rabbit populations. Hunters often use hunting tools to catch them at once, with each hunter capable of catching about 20 to 30 rabbits in a single night. However, the actual number may be lower due to the influence of skill and the diversity of night rabbit hunting locations. Nighttime rabbit hunting has proven effective in controlling invasive rabbit populations in Australia. According to Australian government estimates, about 100 million rabbits are destroyed each year, making an important contribution to efforts to control and protect the environment. Nighttime rabbit hunting is a unique and effective way to control wild rabbit populations and ensure environmental sustainability. Vehicles such as hunting dogs and drones are also widely used to hunt wild rabbits. The drones are capable of detecting rabbits in their surroundings and are combined with other vehicles, such as boats, to navigate the swamp. Hunting rabbits during the day through flexible methods and taking advantage of marshy environments is also considered an effective method to meet the challenge of wild bovines. This gives groups of hunters flexible access and the opportunity to catch rabbits even during the day. When faced with experience and the density of wildlife in a hunting area, the use of hunting dogs is not only an important tactic, but also helps hunters overcome the challenges of running in the wilderness. Hunting methods for wild pig movements on marsh grass are often carried out with the assistance of hunting dogs to optimize search and harvest capabilities. The use of boats also played an important role in helping hunters move efficiently and overcome the difficulties typical of swamp environments. Swamp environments are often quite difficult to navigate, requiring the hunter's steadiness and technique. The agility and ferocity of wild pigs create a unique challenge, requiring caution and vigilance on the part of the hunter. In the state of Mississippi, the swamp rat population is a serious problem with an estimated 100 million animals, more than any other state in the United States. The swamp rat, a rodent that lives in wetlands and is well adapted to the Mississippi environment, has posed a threat to crops and ecosystems. Mississippi farmers have taken measures to deal with this problem. Swamp rat hunting is the most effective control method in Mississippi, where farmers and hunters work together to maintain a balance between humans and animals throughout the year. Swamp rats can be hunted both during the day and at night, and they can constantly move across the water in search of food. Farmers often use boats to travel through swamps and search for traces of swamp rats. Mice tracks often appear from the grass lines on both sides of the swamp, and they can even swim on the water's surface. The important skill is standing still and aiming the mouse accurately. And this is a difficult problem that requires practice before participating in the swamp mouse hunting journey. After harvest, each day, the average Mississippi farmer can harvest about 10 to 20 swamp rats. Their meat is used a lot due to its unique flavor and many nutrients. Nutrients are also an issue when it comes to carp, a common freshwater fish that poses a challenge to Mississippi. It was introduced from Europe in the 19th century to farm tilapia, but quickly became an invasive fish and created many local environmental problems. With about 100 million carp, they have a fast reproduction rate, as each female can lay up to 100,000 eggs at a time, and that has caused a sudden increase in the number of carps in a short period of time to affect Mississippi's biodiversity. To solve this problem, farmers are implementing a series of innovative measures to deal with invasive Asian fish in Mississippi. In particular, the use of woven nets has achieved higher and faster harvesting efficiency than other methods. They designed a special type of net, which helped them harvest fish effectively. By using nets, farmers can effectively catch fish in both compartments. The long net is fixed from one end of the bank and stretched across the other end. Once the net is deployed, the boat moves through and creates a powerful force impact, causing the Asian fish to move and be sucked into the net. The harvesting process takes place quickly. It only takes about 20 to 30 minutes to pick up the net, especially on days when the Asian fish invasion is strongest for about 3 days. With this measure, farmers successfully harvested 96,000 pounds of Asian fish, which is an effective and interesting solution to reduce their impact on the local environment. Harvested fish can be used for many different purposes, especially as a popular food source, and can be processed into many different delicious dishes. Wild meat is often more popular in areas with a long tradition of hunting and trapping, such as the western states, where there is a diverse range of wildlife. Wild meat is more dominant in areas like the West than in the eastern states, where consumers have little appetite for farm-raised meat. What do you think? Should we enjoy wild meat or not? Please share your opinion by leaving a 1 if you agree, and a 0 if you disagree. More than 20 states require people to bring wild game meat to wildlife inspection facilities before consuming it. This testing process usually takes several hours and can cost between $10 and $50 per animal in Texas. The inspection fee for wild game meat is $15 per animal under pound, and $20 per animal over 100 pounds. Some states require testing of wild meat primarily for food safety reasons, as the meat may contain toxic substances such as lead, mercury, and other heavy metals. The average price for 10,000 pounds of wild game is just $1,000, while the average price for 1,000 pounds of farm-raised pork is $3,500. This relatively high cost is due to the fact that wild meat is often harvested manually, requiring a lot of time and effort. Additionally, wild meat is not always available and only appears at specific times of the year, depending on the hunting or trapping season. These animals come to livestock areas to compete with livestock for food sources. Even though bison are herbivores, they still approach livestock areas, creating unpredictable situations. With their ferocity, anyone can become the target of a dangerous attack. Many situations turn grotesque when humans accidentally find themselves face to face with raging bison, which can even invade people's homes, causing panic and chaos in communities. To control this situation, many measures have been deployed, from traditional methods to modern technology. Hunting and trapping are the two most common methods used to control bison. In addition, unique animal stories like the bull with magical horns. This bull made its mark in the Guinness World Records with the longest horns in the world with a length of more than 10.5 feet. It surpasses all limits of horn length. And it also enriches the animal world, creating inspiration for those who want to explore and learn about the diversity of nature. Don't hesitate to step foot in Africa to discover how they raise and care for these unique livestock species, often known as king's cattle, in an environment that closely interacts with their culture. Unique history of this area. Located in the southwestern region of Uganda and Rwanda, the majestic horns of this particular cattle are not only a symbol of strength, but also a source of pride. Looking at them, you will understand why they are considered royal cattle. Their long horns are not only friendly, but also came in handy during evolution to protect their ankles from dangerous predators like lions, leopards, and hyenas. The wonder and beauty of these pointed horns amaze us, from the Great American Highlands to the native regions of Africa. In the fields of western Uganda, every morning, longhorn cows are released free to graze on large fields. With an estimated 7.3 million cattle in Angola, they play an important cultural and economic role in East Africa, especially in Uganda, Rwanda, and Kenya. Cattle farming has become an integral part of community life in East Africa. With a unique approach to herd management, it is not only a traditional activity, but also a symbol of a deep connection with nature. This is an art of livestock management developed over generations, with livestock grazing within close range of their homes, creating a way of life that is in sync with the natural rhythms of the land. The success of this activity mainly comes from the abundance of natural food resources in the area. Abundant grasses, shrubs, and plants play an important role in providing nutrition for livestock, creating a diverse and sustainable ecosystem. In this way, cattle raising is not just a job, but also an indispensable part of life and culture in this region. Native plants have undergone evolution to adapt to the local climate, creating ideal conditions for strong growth, meeting the food needs of special animals such as Anole cows, the Zebu breed. A cultural icon in Africa has maintained its status for decades, with a population that may reach more than 300 million individuals in East Africa. Anole cattle, a name derived from the Anke ethnic group, are famous for their long horns that average up to 1,100 pounds, 499 kilogram, for males and about 800 pounds, 363 kilogram, for females in the Ugandan lowlands. Smart farmers build water reservoirs and dig small canals to protect livestock from drought. To keep the cattle safe, LED lights illuminate the hidden barns, and every 3 days, farmers burn straw to create smoke, controlling insects and parasites. Simple roofless cages help reduce stress on animals in difficult conditions. By raising Angle and Longhorn cattle, farmers not only maintain tradition, but also have a source of income to pay their children's school fees and provide food. More than 2.7 million of these cows are brought to the livestock market and processed into meat, bringing not only cultural but also economic value to the community. Saying goodbye to the land of Africa, we will step into several states in the United States to witness the lives of farmers raising thousands of Texas Longhorn cows. According to USDA statistics, by the end of 2022, there were about 273,000 Texas Longhorn cows living here. In the American West, with the harsh environment of West Texas, Longhorn beef brings a naturally sweet and fresh flavor. The unique combination of fat and meat creates a smooth and tender texture, helping the meat retain its original flavor and tenderness when fully cooked. Did you know that these deer are also invasive species? They might seem like ordinary grass-eating animals, but if you get too close, they can become aggressive. These two individuals are trying to drive away the deer, but the result is not as expected. Instead, the deer attacks their pet. These two individuals are in a very dangerous situation. I advise you not to act like this. Stay away from them as much as possible because they can attack you. When you approach a cornfield, it's easy to spot deer eating the corn kernels. Preparing for harvest, they will gradually move into the middle of the field to hide and consume the crops. It's estimated that each year, deer consumption can result in millions of tons of corn loss. This is a significant issue for farmers and communities alike. Furthermore, white-tailed deer are also a concerning invasive species. They roam the streets, causing fear among the local residents, who tend to steer clear of them. Many accidents occur, and around those accidents, these animals appear. The The government has issued orders to build fences to prevent them. However, many fences are not tall enough, making it easy for them to cross. Fences are constructed around their living areas to ensure they do not roam freely on highways. Hunters from all over the world flock here to participate in this grand hunt. They are not just professional laborers, but also companions to these animals, creating an exciting and challenging hunting experience. Hunters, upon identifying their target, aim precisely and shoot at the chest area, causing paralysis that renders the animal unable to escape. In some other residential areas, the presence of such snakes is a common occurrence. The snakes lie quietly in the garden, waiting for someone to pass by before attacking. Fortunately, the man managed to avoid the snake's attack. Not only in the garden, but also on the house's surveillance camera recorded that, during a baseball game, a snake appeared on the field, causing the match to be interrupted. As the number of snakes decreases, the government will enact regulations each year regarding the hunting of these invasive snake species. Hello everyone! Many mountain forest environments are being destroyed. Forest fires are occurring, and the forest vegetation is being affected. Some invasive species are gradually encroaching on areas around residential areas, even within cities. This video will show you how American farmers have dealt with these invasive animals. Leave a 1 to start right away. some people spotted a group of black bears moving along the highway, causing some of them to abandon their cars and flee. They unexpectedly appeared in this man's yard, causing him to feel frightened. It entered the convenience store and ate food from the convenience store. It seems like this bear is very hungry. They'd break into people's homes, using the swimming pool leisurely while they are away. Not stopping there. This bear even climbs through the window to break into the house, rummaging through the residents' belongings. And you know what? Everything in the house is in disarray. In a major accident caused by a black bear, the car suffered severe damage as a result. This accident has been reported to remind people traveling on highways like this to move at a safe speed. However, the population of these species is increasing rapidly, forcing the government to issue directives to control the population of these bears. They can climb and are not easily found in the forest. These hunters have prepared food that they like and tightly pack it into containers on tree trunks. When bears smell the food, they will come closer to eat, which is the opportunity to hunt these black bears. The hunters hide in trees to find an opportunity to shoot them, using tranquilizer darts to hunt these animals. After being shot, they will run for a while, and when the tranquilizer takes effect, they will lie down peacefully. Now let's delve deeper into the world of wild boar. The hunting expedition in Texas stands out as one of the premier and most renowned destinations worldwide. Every year, thousands of hunters flock to the Lone Star State to partake in this thrilling pursuit. This region, characterized by its hilly terrain and dense forests, offers an excellent choice for hunting enthusiasts seeking new and exciting experiences. For the giant wild boars, which often weigh over 100 pounds, professional hunting companies typically organize these expeditions, providing hunters with guidance on equipment and accommodation before each hunt. The hunting group will be transported to a centralized gathering area. Then, they will be divided into hunting teams, and they will embark on the journey to search for these giant wild hogs. The challenging terrain and the high population of wild pigs make this place a top destination for those pursuing this passion. If you think that just buying a hunting license allows you to go to any hunting area you like, you must understand that hunting skills and observation are crucial. Unlike ordinary wild pigs, these giant wild pigs possess astonishing strength. They range in size from 200 pounds to 600 pounds and can run at double the speed of normal wild pigs. Their thick skin and fur make it crucial to choose the right hunting equipment. To catch them once they are in open and elevated locations, it's crucial to have a clear view of their movements. Wild boars will often move when they detect unfamiliar sounds in the area. Seizing this opportunity, hunters and farmers swiftly pursue and capture the wild boars. Everything seemed straightforward, but it wasn't. Slippery ground caused the boar to evade, and with its remarkable speed and agility, the giant wild hog escaped, leaving the hunters far behind. Behind another wild boar was discovered by the hunting dogs providing assistance. This boar was quite sizable, weighing approximately 300 pounds. The agility and quick hands helped harvest a large trophy, celebrating with the team. In a dense forest, the diverse landscape presents a unique challenge and rich hunting experience. In the truest sense, you let the wild boar slip away in the blink of an eye. Its speed of movement so swift that one could hardly underestimate its power. The hunters immediately split up and moved over greater distances, increasing the likelihood of catching it by about 60%. Will the wild boar be caught this time? It has been brought down by the nearest hunter, which is crucial, highlighting the importance of hunting in teams for both safety and capturing a larger number of wild boars. The pack of dogs is still on the move, chasing after the wild boars, and it was eventually brought down while attempting to escape. If a giant wild boar escapes, such a simple calculation would indeed result in a huge loss, with a boar weighing 100 pounds fetching around $3,000. That would be quite unfortunate, wouldn't it? For hunting teams, after the hunting period, they will be awarded prizes right in the forest, with rewards typically ranging from moderate to substantial. And of course, any captured wild boars will be converted into catch for the hunters. 2 million giant wild pigs are hunted in the United States every year, with this number increasing due to the growing demand for wild pig meat. The beaver rat, a rodent from Europe, was introduced to the United States in the 19th century and rapidly proliferated, causing significant environmental and economic impacts. They often attack crops, harming food supplies and destroying the balance in local ecosystems. Florida beaver rats, in particular, are a serious problem, as they destroy soil structure and damage burrowing turf lands, affecting livestock and agriculture. To control the proliferation of beaver rats, trapping methods have been developed and widely applied. In this video, we will look at two important methods for catching beaver mice: trapping beaver mice with a cage and trapping beaver mice with an underwater cage. The method of trapping beaver mice with cages is based on the principle that when beaver mice approach the bait inside the cage, they will become trapped. This method is effective and less harmful to the environment. But it should be noted that the large size of the cage can make it difficult to move. of the popular methods of controlling beaver rats is the use of underwater steel wire traps, based on the fact that when they try to cross the trap area, they become trapped in the underwater wire mesh. Steel wire has advantages such as low cost, efficiency, and ease of implementation. Compared to other methods, setting up and using steel wire traps in water is often economical and does not require much expense. However, despite these advantages, this method also brings some limitations that need to be considered. One of the important limitations is the potential for injury to animals other than beavers that accidentally pass through the area of the trap. This requires careful attention and monitoring to ensure that the method does not have a negative impact on the environment and other wildlife. Hunting is also an effective measure, but carrying out hunting activities requires compliance with special principles and precautions. For dangerous habitats like swamps, hunters need experience, skills, and adequate equipment to ensure safety, including life jackets, helmets, and protective glasses. To increase effectiveness in controlling beaver rats, hunters can use binoculars to observe the hunting area from the AAR and set traps in places where beaver rats often appear, such as paths and baited areas. Beaver rats are common rodents, often appearing in people's homes. In another situation, the method used to treat beaver rats is by capturing and then releasing them back into the wild. This is considered a humane measure to deal with the problem of beaver rats that humans have caused, in order to protect and maintain the ecological balance in their habitat. While this method may be considered humane, managing and controlling beaver rat populations still requires an understanding of ecology and the effectiveness of specific measures. This helps ensure that the balance between the species and the natural environment is maintained, while ensuring safety and resilience for both people and the agricultural environment. Although beaver rats are an invasive species, their population control has been effective. They also provide meat, which is a popular food source and plays an important role in the human food chain. These solutions have been effective in preventing the growth of beaver mouse populations and keeping human and wildlife habitats in a stable state. Hello, friends! Controlling invasive kangaroo populations for farmers and environmental managers in Australia is a major challenge, with around 50 million kangaroos currently living here. Maintaining a balance between this kangaroo population and protecting the environment is a complex issue. So how are Australian farmers trying to control invasive kangaroo populations? Leave number 1 below and join me now. Australia, with its wild natural beauty and ecosystem diversity, faces a unique challenge in controlling invasive kangaroo populations. There are an estimated 50 million kangaroos, 10 times the current population. The balance between kangaroo numbers and environmental protection is becoming a difficult and complex task. The sniping method has been considered one of the most effective and popular methods of controlling kangaroo populations. Professional gunmen are hired to carry out this task in areas with a high risk of being damaged by kangaroos. They need precise skills and a deep understanding of kangaroos' behavior in their environment. The training of shooters ensures that killing of kangaroos takes place safely, humanely, and effectively. This method is often applied in agricultural areas or where kangaroos pose a risk to crops and traffic by reducing the number of kangaroos in that area. residents and farmers can protect their property and reduce the risk of traffic accidents caused by kangaroos. For example, in this racetrack, causing the racers to be unable to avoid it. They collided with it and were sent flying. Although shooting is an effective method, it is also carried out according to strict regulations and guidelines to ensure that kangaroo population control is sustainable and does not cause undue harm to other species. Have you thought about using herbicides to control kangaroo populations? Herbicide use requires careful research and management to ensure that use does not negatively impact the natural environment and other plants. The use of herbicides is one of the measures to promote balance in kangaroo population management, helping to protect both the environment and the interests of other animal populations. Australians have begun adopting kangaroos on farms as a protective measure to control Australia's invasive kangaroo population. Faced with the rapidly increasing number of kangaroos and the challenge of maintaining a balanced natural environment, using them for livestock purposes becomes a solution worth considering. However, this requires careful and strict management to ensure that kangaroo farming does not cause negative impacts on the environment and other animals. Preparation is needed. First, breeders need to create a suitable environment for kangaroos, ensuring they have enough water, food, and space to move freely. The fence system must be built tightly to ensure the safety of kangaroos and prevent them from escaping from the farm. An important benefit of capturing kangaroos to raise on farms is their ability to control reproduction. Strict management of kangaroo reproduction allows for easier regulation of the number of animals in the population. This helps maintain balance in the kangaroo population in a sustainable way and protects the natural environment from being too seriously destroyed. Kangaroo meat has high nutritional value and has become an indispensable part of Australian cuisine, creating business opportunities for those wanting to participate in the kangaroo farming industry. However, catching kangaroos requires careful research and in-depth knowledge of their behavior and health, ensuring that kangaroos are raised in the best possible way. By capturing kangaroos and raising them on farms, Australians are applying a diverse and sustainable approach to controlling invasive kangaroo populations. This not only helps maintain balance in the natural environment, but also ensures that kangaroos remain an important part of Australian culture and life. The rich nutritional source of kangaroo meat is not only a prime example of sustainable use of natural resources with its high protein and nutrient content, but is also an attractive choice for Australians and Australians all around the world. The Australian government has introduced recommendations and promotions to promote the consumption of kangaroo meat, bringing great benefits to Australians. Dogs are predators, but it is not always easy to deal with the kangaroo population. This draws Australia's ecosystem and culture. Kangaroos represent very rapid production, giving birth to 1 to 4 young per year. This rapid population growth creates a significant challenge for environmental managers, and the mobility of kangaroos is another problem that must be faced. Regarding population control, they have the ability to move quickly and flexibly, making them difficult to catch using traditional pursuit methods. In this context, maintaining a balance between kangaroo conservation and effective population management is a significantly challenging endeavor, and coordination between stakeholders is critical and necessary to ensure kangaroo survival and the balance of Australia's natural environment. The story of the kangaroo is an indispensable part of the diversity and richness of this country. Do you like these kangaroos? If yes, leave number 1. Otherwise, if you don't like it, leave number 0. On June 20, 2022, a herd of wild boars invaded a cornfield in the Pasco, Florida wilderness, eating all the corn plants, including the roots, leaving the corn plants unable to recover. Farm owner Mr. John Smith said that the damage caused by wild boars amounted to more than $100,000 USD. Mr. Smith said this is the second time this year a herd of wild boars has invaded his cornfield. Smith took measures to protect his crops from wild boars, including making fences. Use floodlights and sounds to fight them. However, these measures are not effective in these cases. While mesh wire fences made of approximately 6 feet high mesh galvanized wire have been proven effective in preventing feral pigs from causing damage to agriculture, the tall columns, approximately 8 feet high, are made of wood or metal and provide support to ensure the durability and stability of the steel mesh fence, which is fixed to the support posts using nails or bolts, forming a strong load-bearing system. It's important to ensure that the fence is set up properly to achieve optimal performance. According to the latest report from the U.S. Department of Agriculture, as of December 2023, farmers in Florida have constructed mesh wire fences on approximately 1.5 million acres of agricultural land, including small farms and large agricultural properties. With an estimated construction cost of about $2 billion. This effort marks a major step forward in protecting crops and livestock from feral hog infestations. Hunting at night is an effective feral hog hunting method favored by Florida farmers, especially when wild boars are active in the evening. Groups of hunters often travel on trucks or SUVs fully equipped with the necessary tools and equipment for hunting using headlights. Hunters have the ability to catch wild BS in the dark, creating favorable conditions for hunting. Hunting when the group sees a target. The hunter will deploy shooting techniques to ensure efficiency and accuracy. This approach has brought positive results with the U.S. Department of Agriculture every year. The Florida farmers successfully destroys about 250,000 wild boars thanks to this hunting method. Before the start of the hunting season, hunters often prepare a series of necessary equipment, including hunting tools and radiators, which are all important and indispensable items. Hunters need to ensure all their equipment is working properly to avoid unexpected problems during the hunt. An important tip when hunting is to use diffuse lights to search. Hunters often explore fields in the dark to locate wild BS posts, especially when they are active. This creates favorable conditions for hunting once their location has been determined. Hunters will conduct the hunt using hunting tools, ensuring accuracy and efficiency. Usually the people participating in this activity are professional or experienced farmers. The hunter's hunting process is carried out strictly to ensure performance and safety. According to estimates by the U.S. Department of Agriculture, about 200,000 feral hogs are killed each year due to night hunting in Florida. Hunting wild boar at night is more than just a form of hunting, entertainment, but also an effective way to control wild boar populations. To ensure the success and safety of the hunter, it is necessary to follow some important rules. Safety is always the top priority here, not only for yourself, but also for those around you. The use of hunting equipment must be done carefully and properly to avoid unnecessary dangers. Additionally, compliance with local laws is important to avoid unwanted legal issues. After hunting, hunters need to clean up bullet casings, pay attention to the surrounding environment to limit negative impacts on nature and avoid causing pollution. Do you like the way Florida people hunt wild boars? If so, leave the number 1. Otherwise, if you disagree with wild boar hunting, leave the number 0 and share your opinion in the comment section below. Continue watching the rest of the video for more information from the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations FAO. According to FAO, there are about 1.4 billion sheep raised worldwide, of which about 90% are raised free range. Wild wolves and black bears are considered natural predators of sheep, often attacking sheep both during the day and at night. According to a study published in the journal Nature Livestock, dogs play an important role in reducing wolf damage to sheep. Research shows that sheep protected by dogs have an 80% lower attack rate than sheep not protected by dogs. According to the report by the Worldwide Fund for Nature, WWF, on the damages caused by invasive species on livestock farms, the total amount of damage could reach approximately 20 billion USD annually. This includes the cost of treating injured animals, the cost of replacing dead animals, and the cost of preventing the spread of invasive species. So do you know how Americans train livestock dogs most effectively? every dog allowed to raise sheep has to go through what they have learned to be able to participate in sheep care and other lifestyles. To understand the training process of these intelligent dogs, we will share how they are raised and trained on farms and fields. Healthy sheepdogs can run 5 to 10 miles per day. They are considered the smartest dogs in the world and are trained to understand and carry out whistle commands. The process of training a sheepdog to understand and execute the whistle command usually lasts from 6 months to 1 year. The trainer will apply positive methods, including using rewards, to help the dog learn. Training a sheepdog to effectively carry out commands, such as keeping a flock of sheep, usually takes 1 to 2 years. During this process, the trainer will teach the dog to recognize the size of the sheep herd, react when there are stray sheep, or when there is a risk of attack from predators. We'll also train the dog to be able to move the sheep in a specific direction, such as moving the sheep into the barn at night. There are about 10 of the most intelligent dog breeds chosen as sheepdogs, including the Australian Border Collie and the German Shepherd. After training, they often participate in competitions and earn prestigious certificates from famous sheepdog organizations, such as the American Border Shepherd Association, ABCA, and the Shepherd Dog Association, United States Border, USDA. Annual competitions take place across the country, with hundreds of competitors. The events often include a sheep or dog distress challenge, and they are often held in areas with many sheep farms, such as states in the Southwest and Midwest of the United States. Competitions are often divided into different levels, depending on the age and experience of the dog. To increase competition, competitions are often divided into 3 different levels for sheepdogs. The beginner level is for beginners. The open level is for dogs with 1 to 2 years of competition experience. And the advanced level is for dogs with 3 or more years of experience. Dogs that excel in these competitions will receive a certificate from the organization. This certification is not only a measure of superior performance, but also a way of assessing their ability to lead flocks of sheep. To participate in the competition, the dog needs to practice many different signals and develop body language to recognize the shepherd's signals. Sheepdogs have the ability to respond properly to voice commands and hand signals. When leading the herd, they use subtle signals to control the herd's actions. Their barks can attract the attention of the flock, while the shepherd's gestures are often interpreted as instructions as to the desired direction of movement. This This helps protect sheep from predators. Sheepdogs also use special signals to warn of danger. Fierce barking can be a warning sign of war, while roaring can be an expression of threat. These signals not only warn sheep, but also help them prepare for dangerous situations. During the process of moving sheep from the barn to the pasture, the cooperation between the sheepdog and the shepherd is very important. First, the sheepdog is placed in a crate to begin the process. Shepherds then use signals to guide sheep out of the pen and toward their destination. Understanding and coordination between dog and shepherd are key to ensuring safety and efficiency in this process. In addition to being used for livestock, sheepdogs can also be used to move cows to different places, such as pastures and barns. The process is similar to moving sheep, but here dogs are used to help the cows get onto the truck. The dog will bark and move to lead the cow into the cart. Normally, a herd of about 500 cows will lead about 10 sheep-herding dogs. However, on farms with large areas and lots of grass, it may be necessary to use a larger number of breeding dogs. These solutions have been effective in preventing the growth of some invasive species. Do you want to be trained to become a sheepdog? If so, leave the number 1. Otherwise, leave the number 0. Don't forget to leave your comments and opinions below. And don't hesitate to like and subscribe to support our channel and receive notifications about upcoming videos. Lastly, remember to share this video with all your friends so they can enjoy it too. Thank you all.